Hi, it's Michelle Rivard, and we are here at the Pawsway. This family and pet-friendly center down in Toronto's harbourfront is an amazing place to come and enjoy what the city has to offer. Here to let us know about it is the general manager, Blair Keach. Hey, Blair.
Hey, Michelle. Thanks for coming out to Purina Pawsway.
Absolutely. Thank you for having us, especially today. We can't deny that there's an amazing event happening in the background, the Ultimates Show, which we'll get into a little bit later in the program. But first, tell me a little bit about the Purina Pawsway.
Pawsway, we're all about responsible pet care. So we've got a lot of exhibits that celebrate the joy of pets, cats and dogs, why they're good for us, and in turn, why we have to be good to our furry companions.
And when you say exhibits, what do you mean by that? Like a photo exhibit or an interactive exhibit?
We've got a lot of interactive exhibits where you can find out the breed of dog that's best for your lifestyle, for instance. So you fill out this questionnaire, and then it'll say, depending on the amount of exercise you're willing to do each day, if you like grooming a dog, what noise or what energy level you like with your dog, and then it'll come up with some recommendations that'll be best suited for your lifestyle.
I think that's probably something people don't always put into consideration. They usually think, I like the look of that pet, or that's a popular dog that I'm used to seeing, and then they don't think about the impact of ownership.
Exactly. So the more research that you do ahead of time, it's what we call my best match, and then it'll come up with, hey, this you're willing to do a lot of exercise, so this type of dog is good for you. If you're a little bit more of a couch potato, then you want a little bit more of a lower energy dog.
Okay. And we can see from the turnout that the center is not just family friendly, but pet friendly.
We encourage people to come out with their pets. Our entire building is pet friendly. We do have our canine code of conduct when people come in the building. So again, we expect the dogs to be on the leash, well mannered. But the more pets that come out, the better. So we do things like a few times a year, we'll do a big cat show, for instance. At the front of the building, we have our Friskies Playhouse, where we always have cats there from the Toronto Humane Society or Toronto Animal Services, cats that are looking for their forever home.
Okay. And but it's not an adoption center, or do you just work with other adoption centers?
We just work with a variety of rescue organizations. Anything to do with positive pet care, whether it's a breeder, whether it's a rescue organization, anything to do with positive pet care. We often have vets, groomers, all sorts of animal experts appearing on site.
And a big part of responsible pet ownership is obviously agility training and just basic leash training. How does Pawsway help owners achieve that?
Well, we do something called basic agility. We do it during the week, sort of an in-house where people can drop in with their dogs. It's a great way to, as you said, really deepen the bond between you and your dog. And it also not only stimulates the dog physically, but mentally as well. And you never want to have a pet that's bored. You want to keep them engaged mentally as well. And agility is a great way of doing it. And then we also offer a variety of classes. We have basic training. We have puppy kindergarten, we have kitten kindergarten, all sorts of ways that you can learn how to bring out the best in your pet.
And of course, we have to talk about the Ultimates Show, which we're checking out right now. This is an example of the kind of event that Pawsway puts on, right?
Oh, exactly. On every weekend, really, between Easter and the Canadian Thanksgiving, we have big themed events. So sometimes they're big shows, like today with the Ultimates. We have another group, the Wolf Jocks, that appears on a regular basis. And then we have a lot of themed events throughout the year. So we, a few times a year, we'll do our Puppy and Kitten Weekend, where we'll have lots of delightful puppies and kittens on site, plus vets, other animal experts. We have what we call our Rescue Me Weekend, where we'll work with not only organizations like Toronto Humane Society and Toronto Animal Services, but there's a lot of grassroots organizations, Toronto Cat Rescue, Golden Rescue, things like that. We do a big cat show a couple of times a year. Anything to do with pet care. So it's often entertaining, but there's great ways you can find more about responsible pet care in that.
And I think something really cool to touch about with this show too is that all these animals are rescues.
Oh, exactly. So these are animals that have been rescued. They've found their forever home, but they've also really flourished. And everyone that we work with is all about positive reinforcement. So they're about rewarding the pet, and whether that is treats or body language or tone of voice or applause, like a show like this, because the dogs love to hear the applause.
So when can we check out the Pawsway?
Anytime. Well, keep an eye on our website, pawsway.ca. It has our online calendar there, all our events listed. Come on down. We're open every day except Tuesday. So Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday from 11 till 8. And during the weekday, that's when we have a lot of classes. And then Saturday, it's usually our big themed events. And we're traditionally open from 11 till 6 on the weekends.
Fantastic. Well, Blair, thank you so much for your time. I hope you enjoyed the Pawsway. Let's get back to the studio.